Hey everyone, today what we're going to do is we're going to talk about when to sell versus rent. Today I had a really interesting meeting and we're going to talk a little bit about why some people need to continue renting out their property versus trying to sell it. So if that's of interest to you, stick around. So today I had the opportunity to meet a really interesting couple, and they owned two different properties as they were both single. When they got married, they obviously moved into one, and the property was underwater, so they ended up becoming landlords. And today we got to talking about whether or not they wanted to sell the property or continue to rent it. And the conversation comes up, how much money do you think we can get for the house? And the conversation then goes quickly to, well, I think I owe more on the house than what we can sell it for. Even as housing prices keep coming back and the economy is doing well, all these consumer confidence indexes are doing great. Even with all that, there's still some properties that are underwater. And when you're talking to a realtor about selling your home that has turned into a rental property for whatever reason or whatever circumstance, you want to be able to get a net sheet. You want to ask them for a net sheet. And a net sheet basically says, take what you think I can sell it for, minus what I owe on it, whatever that might be, plus the fees, and tell me, am I walking away from the closing with money in my pocket, or am I going to show up to closing and have the title company tell me that I need to write a check? Because today was an interesting discussion with some folks, and I told them that if they want to sell, more than likely they're going to have to write a check because it's really close. Once you take out all the fees and what they owe on the place, they might have to write a check. It's really close. So I had told this nice couple, hey, call the bank, get an exact payoff. I will call my title company and we'll get them to run some numbers and we'll factor all this out and figure if you sell it, are we going to be able to make some money? Because when we list the house, we're going to list the house at our bottom line. And we'll tell people we can't go any lower than that because we need to get this amount. So I just want to make sure that if you're not getting that information, be very aware, have self-awareness for yourself so that you don't go ahead and sell a house and end up coming to closing with having to write a check. Okay? Sometimes it does make sense to just continue to rent. As you rent, you're paying down that mortgage, and eventually, it's going to build equity. Hopefully it's not negative cash flow. I think we're going to move from the idea of selling to the idea of continuing to rent. So if we continue to rent it out, we're going to raise those rents a little bit because they had kept them where they were. They didn't do what is a very customary thing to do, which is a 3% increase annually for rent. So it's just something to understand. You always want to get a net sheet. Especially if you're close. If you're close with, I think we owe about what we could sell it for, make sure you get a net sheet. So I'm Josh Starvel, your local realtor expert, and if you have any questions, go ahead, hit me with the comments below. Be sure to subscribe if you're watching this on YouTube or if you're on our Facebook channel. Hit us up with a message. Let us know what you think, or if you have any questions about what future videos should be on. Thanks, everyone. Really appreciate it. And we build our business a lot on word of mouth referrals. So again, thank you so much. God bless. Bye-bye.